The 1997 season of Run It Back was a very intense one. Had a very dominant champion, along with some crazy wild rides. So, let's dive into what happened in the 1997 season of Run It Back. The 1997 Brickyard 400 had some very intense moments, but the ending of it was very special. Dale Earnhardt and Steve Grissom got together, causing a big wreck, and Johnny Benson was the only one not to stay out during pit cycles as they came to the caution flag. And while under this caution, Johnny Benson ran out in turn 3, had to limp it back in the pit road. And out of nowhere, Michael Waltrip will get his second career win, and it comes at no other place than the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Bristol night race in 1997 was a wreck fest, having several cautions and several cars DNFing out of the race. Bristol has always been a chaotic track, but for 1997, both races, which we'll get into later, had some crazy moments, including Hutch Strickland going into pit road, hitting his pit box, and stopping against the pit wall. This would cost him the race, as under this caution, Sterling Marlin would take home the win at Bristol. Like I said before, both Bristol races were chaotic this season, and the first one may be more chaotic than the second one. This race had several crashes just like the second one, and a lot more controversy involved as well, and we'll get to that in a moment. Here's a little compilation of the crashes that happened in the race. One of these crashes had John Andretti ride the wall, go on his side, roll back over, and start tumbling in the backstretch at Bristol. John Andretti luckily did walk away unscathed. Then the next crash had Derek Cope and Morgan Shepherd get together. Morgan Shepherd would spin around, try to get back going, and then Wally Dallenbach, trying to avoid him, would slide and look like he turned directly into Morgan Shepherd as he was sliding. Wally Dallenbach was parked for 3 races after this, and he looks to be back in 1998. After this, there were 2 more cautions, the final one being Mark Martin and Terry Labonte getting together, and under caution, like the second Bristol race ended, Rusty Wallace this time would bring home the win in the Food City 500. The first North Wilkesboro race took place right where the first Bristol race left off, with the first caution having Ken Schrader going up and over in the front straightaway and then driving away. Another rollover would happen later in the race as Mike Skinner and Terry Labonte got together, and Terry Labonte went up and over in the front stretch. Labonte did walk away. Under caution, like in Indianapolis, Jeff Gordon would run out under the caution. On the backstretch, he'd be able to go into pit road, safe and sound, and leaving an upset winner, Jeremy Mayfield, in the 37 to win at North Wilkesboro. Hutch Strickland would be the 1997 Daytona 500 champion. An upset winner, everyone loved it. Ken Schrader would lead his teammate Jeff Gordon in a Charlotte Coca-Cola 600 victory. It was a good win for that 25 Budweiser team. The wild rides don't stop as Lake Speed got turned by Derek Cope. He would hit the wall, Jimmy Spencer would hit him, and Lake Speed would go over once and drive away and go on a pit road and DNF the car. Another rollover would happen at Talladega this time. David Green went up and over. He would drive away and DNF the car and walk away okay. An image surfaced over the offseason of a 48 car testing in Atlanta. People speculated if this is a new team or not, and they were right. Harold Steele and Brett Favre would buy out Bud Moore's team, and being called Moore Favre Racing, with Tim Snow driving the car with Nike and Sony on the hood. Here are the rest of the silly season stories of the season. Having 8 wins on the season and being incredibly consistent, Mark Martin in the Valvoline number 6 for Roush Racing would bring home the championship for the 1997 season. He finally got one. It's great to see that 6 team in victory lane. The 1997 season was a good one, and we hope 1998 will be better. Thank you for joining me on the second season of Run It Back, and I will see you guys next time.